Thank you very much. I just want to take the opportunity to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land that we're on here this morning, but also acknowledging the Gadiara people who are the traditional owners of our land back in Port Hedland and where we conduct our activities. For those that mightn't know, Port and South Hedland, we're in the resource-rich Pilbara region of Western Australia in the northwest. We're about 1,800 kilometres north of Perth. Port and South Hedland, we've got a diverse array of different community groups and associations. You name that group, we've got that group. It's a really vibrant community. We all come together to help contribute and just to get everyone involved, to make people feel welcome, to make people feel included, but also making our town a more sustainable place. We've got 15,000 people as our population. Around 15% of our population identifies as either Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander, but also importantly, we have a real multicultural community and we have 76 different nationalities that make and proudly call Port Hedland home. So a lot of effort goes into year-round calendar of events to enhance the livability of our town and our community. That being around the climate, and obviously you might have seen from news broadcasts and information, we have cyclones, we have hot weather during that warmer time of year. So a significant amount of our events happen in that dry season. And in 2024, nearly 25,000 people attended our events, whether it be Welcome to Hedland Night, Spin Effect Spree, markets, Pride Week activities, NAIDOC Week, art exhibitions, races, movies and other community events. So today we also would have loved to have spoken all day and showcased our 10 award categories, but we're just going to focus on our two favourite ones and they link in really well. The first is around biodiversity conservation and it's our Flatback turtle monitoring program that we do on our 3 local beaches, Cemetery Beach, Pretty Pool Beach and the Spoil Bank. Flatback turtles nest in Port Hedland October through to February and really it's the flagship program of Care for Hedland. Prior to 2004 there was little known or documented about flatback turtles and even at the time people would just be, you've got bugger all turtles there, you don't have much activity happening there, but really people didn't know. Last year was actually our 21st season of collecting data and it's a community-led program, so it's really unique in the sense that we don't have state government, wildlife protection agencies. It's actually led by the community and each year we have generally over 115 people, all ages, junior volunteers like Kalani to seniors, all taking part in the program and all being able to be involved. And it doesn't matter if they're at the Shade Interpretive Centre handing out postcards and codes of conduct, or they're doing Christmas wrapping at the shops, or they're actually on the beach leading and guiding people to actually view the turtles. So we get everyone involved. They can be involved in the beach monitoring, so walking the beach if you're a morning person, you can get up and be at the beach by 6 a.m, go for a lovely walk, being able to collect data. If you're a night person, you can go down and be part of the tagging program. We also do hatchling fan emergence. We also do nest success studies. We deploy sand temperature sensors. We do nest flagging in some areas where we may get recreational vehicles to help protect those nests. We do tour guiding for both the adults when they're nesting, but also the hatchlings when they emerge. So each season we expend over 2,000 volunteer hours doing turtle monitoring and conservation efforts. And if you think about local government or state government, those are hours you can't pay for. Like you can't have people on the beach at all different times. Our turtles nest, it's all tidal. They'll nest 2 hours each side of high tide. Obviously high tide changes each day. You can't have people down there all the time unless they're volunteers. So for us, it's been really important. This community-led program's been able to deliver data and actually give information so it can actually guide management decisions. Fox predation was a really big one for us, and now, from the work that we've been doing over the past 20 years, we now have all the stakeholders coming together and actually all contributing and running their own fox trapping programs and fox control programs. Because prior to our monitoring, no one knew when we started collecting the data, every single nest at Pretty Pool was predated, 100% predation. The foxes moved down. They moved down to the Pretty Pool beach area from November onwards. We're digging up every single nest and we got no hatchlings survive. We're really proud that the efforts that we were able to start, getting other stakeholders involved, now we've been going on, we've had 9 years now of no nests being predated. So we've actually saved around 63,350 eggs from being predated, all because just community members were walking the beach and not being able to collect what they'd been able to see. We've still got more to do, and we all know in this room there's still more that we need to do in our community to be more sustainable and to help save the planet. But for us, significant inroads have been made from the data. We have street lights now each end of the beach that are turned off. Government lit infrastructure like water towers and things are now turned off in turtle season. Park lights are turned off during turtle season. We flag and protect nest areas. We've also been able to work together to help, really guide people having dogs on leashes, really guide recreational vehicles and access and being mindful of turtle nests. But also, seawall development was reduced by 60 metres so we could actually protect precious turtle habitat. And I guess that's what we've put on our table as well. It's really important to run programs and really important to get the community involved, but it's really important to let people know what's happening and what you're doing. So we have put our Lifetime Achievements flyer on the table, and I just really implore you, everyone does fantastic work, but it's really important to put it out there, to let people know, to let your volunteers know, this is what you're doing, this is why we're collecting the data, this is the difference that you make from doing it. So please do that. This then linked on, Care for Hedland's a general community environment group. We're connecting people to the environment. We all used to have family members who used to have farms or be on a station. We've lost that connection with country. We've lost that connection to the environment. So community groups like Care for Hedland are really important in terms of encouraging people to garden, to grow vegetables, to have a community garden, to do litter cleanups, to do Containers for Change is our Western Australian program, our CDS program to recyclable drink containers. For us, having been working with the community, getting everyone involved, doing the different environmental and sustainability initiatives, this helped us to come together to showcase and help the local council, the town of Port Hedland, to take it the step further. So the town of Port Hedland passed their sustainability strategy for 2022-2027, but it was quite apparent it was something that one agency can't do that on their own. They needed the help of a community group like Care for Hedland to be able to roll that out. Really important that what we needed was climate change, helping the planet, being more sustainable. A lot of people see it as being really big and really hard, and how can we do it? How can I do it myself? How can I do it in my household? How can my children do it? How can we all take part? So through the partnership with the town of Port Hedland that we just started in January 24, it was really important that for us we wanted to get simple and consistent messaging and just showing how even just doing little things, it's not about trying to do everything all at once. If you can just do some little things, these are the things that can help and help the town of Port Hedland, help the community to be more sustainable. So this led to our Sustainable Living Show Day. And Mark, happy to suggest other speakers and people that can be at your Eco Schools Day. Because for us, having that show day and having something that was aimed at, it's not just about veggie gardening, it's not just about recycling. We tried to capture all the different elements of being sustainable, and whether it was solar power, composting, being water and energy efficient, just trying to show all the different aspects. We had beekeeping and having people getting involved, being able to see everything that they could do so they could learn, even just as an individual or household, just what are those small things and those other things that if you have the capacity, if you own your house, if you can do it, these are the things that you might look at, no matter how small. So for our show day, We had 13 speakers, we had 10 stalls, and it was our first time event. We had over 323 people attend, and it was just a fantastic day. Like, it's probably everyone here would be like, wow, I'm in heaven, we get to do this fantastic day where we all focus on sustainability. And from there, we've been able to, you know, really build in future events, but continue that education and awareness out into the community. And for us, then we could link in with some of our other sustainability initiatives that link in with the town of Port Hedland's sustainability strategy. So we had the show day. Our key speaker was ABC Gardening Australia's Josh Byrne. And so Josh Byrne and associates had assisted us in doing some greenhouse emission audits for the town of Port Hedland staff housing. So he was able to present that body of work at the show day, keeping it real, this is actually houses in Port and South Hedland. These are the things we're finding. These are the things that you can do. These are the things that can make a difference. And whether it was about orientation, shading, planting, landscaping, just your appliances and having energy and water efficient appliances, your insulation and making sure that connectivity of insulation, just educating. If people go into a staff house or a rented house, people sometimes might not care as much, and so just letting them know, you know, it's best to run your aircon at 24, not at 17 or 18. So all the different things we're able to tie in. The Sustainable Living Show Day for us also kick-started our home composting and worm farm trial, and we gave away 36 free compost bins, and we were able to help engage and track how people were going. And we were able to, we ran it as a micro pilot, and we ran it from the show day in June through to the end of September, and we were able to divert over 206 kilos of food waste, and that saw a saving of 0.43 tonnes of greenhouse gas being emitted. So for us, linking in with, we are a council that can't have FOGO. We're distant in terms of our regional location, but what are the act at your individual and household level things you can do to help stop food waste going to landfill, and how can you reduce greenhouse gas emissions? From our surveys and follow-ups, that we found that 68% of participants who went to the show day or any of the other workshop activities, 68% of participants actually kept up those sustainable living practices after attending those events. So for us, that was fantastic. The people not only just went and learned and saw, but they actually went on and took it on and kept it going. So for us, we're really proud of our sustainability partnership with the town of Port Hedland. We have monthly newsletters and we get information out to residents. So we're keeping that community aspect and how people can get involved in the things they can do, but then also broadcasting and giving information that what the town's doing and what council's doing and what things they're doing to help make our community more sustainable. And you can see there that yearly reporting metrics. That's just from our first year, and that was really, we were just collecting our data really from April through to December. So we're really proud of that. It's a great start, and it's a great start to keep getting it out there so the community's aware and the community can track how we're growing and what we're doing. So for us, you know, we're really excited. There's lots of future projects. Improving our show day, improving the composting and the worm farm trial. I'll have to come and talk to you about a repair cafe because we're looking at starting a repair cafe. We've been doing a lot of work around curbside recycling and reducing contamination. For us, the message around using bins is fantastic, but it's breaking it down into bins have different roles. And so having a real clear distinction in a nice, simple way, what's the difference between the red lid bin and the yellow lid bin, so that we're helping to reduce that contamination. For us, with our turtle monitoring program, we've engaged a consultant so we can look at our 21 years of data to actually see what's happening. Everyone is very good at collecting data and collecting things, but no one delves in and has a look. So that's a really important part that not even the state's doing. We as a community are leading that so we can see the trends of what's happening with our flatback turtle population and things that we need to do. We're really proud of our community's efforts and what everyone does to get all a diverse array of different stakeholders involved, and just trying to make our town a more welcoming, inclusive, sustainable place. Please, if you ever get the opportunity, please come to Port and South Hedland. We'd love to show you around. We'd love to get you involved in activities, and we're really happy to share. So we have left postcards and information on your table. If there's anything we can help guide and help support with, please reach out. But thank you very much.